Hello, and welcome to the microDose. My name is Belinda, and I am here today to share with you my story, my journey of 3 decades, and then finding Ozempic. And having been on a GLP-1 medication for the past 2 years, and what my life is like now because of those medications. So let's get into it. I think for as far back as I can remember, my weight wasn't just a number on the scales to me, it was a burden that I carried through every aspect of my life. Over 3 decades, my struggle with obesity consumed my thoughts. It defined my identity and shaped the way the world saw me. Like, these years were marked with heartache, shame, and the endless pursuit of acceptance. Every glance, every comment, every unsolicited opinion about my body felt like a personal attack. I was reminded daily for 3 decades that society equates thinness with worthiness. This didn't just occur in my daily living life, it also occurred in places like the doctors. No matter what reason for my visit, my weight was always the primary topic of discussion, often delivered with condensation or outright dismissal of any of my other concerns. So I guess my life really was a revolving door of diets. I lived through every fad, every promise of a quick fix, the Atkins, keto, Weight Watchers, Slimming World, cabbage soup, juice cleanses, every liquid meal replacement, yuck, and every pill and potion. In fact, I think I remember being about 17 and I had taken these diet pills and I found myself awake at 3 o'clock in the morning staring at the ceiling, and I got up and started hoovering the house. And when I look back now, I think to myself, what in the name of God were even in those pills? Like, I dread to think. Anyway, you name it, I have tried it. But success was fleeting and failure was always going to be inevitable for me. I had horrible shame in public spaces, from airplane seats to amusement park rides. The fear of not fitting in was both literal and figurative. I often avoided activities that I loved to spare myself embarrassment. And all of this took its emotional toll on me. Food became both my comfort and my enemy. Guilt followed every meal and the scale dictated my self-esteem. I remember skipping events because they made me so uncomfortable. And events made me feel like I was invisible in a crowd, so I learned to withdraw rather than face the scrutiny of others. And I internalised all of that. Like, I blamed myself. I was convinced my weight was a personal failing, a reflection of my lack of discipline and willpower. And then in 2011, I met Sean, the love of my life, my fiancé. And in 2013, we became pregnant. A moment we had dreamed of for so long. But my journey turned to heartbreak when I lost my baby to an ectopic pregnancy. I was convinced my weight was to blame. The grief lingered long after, compounded by the devastating realisation I was infertile. And I couldn't shake the belief that my weight had taken the chance from me to be a mother. My weight had taken so much from me in my life, I had no other way of thinking. So, fast forward 2 years, we decided to foster. I'd had a 13-year career in social care, and we decided it would be brilliant. It would be a lovely thing to do, to give back, to help out and do what we can. So off we went on our little journey of fostering, only one day to receive the phone call. "I'm sorry, Belinda, but you're too fat to foster." And that was that. But sitting here today, having lost 77 pounds, I can hardly believe how far I've come. For 2 years, I've stayed consistent with my GLP-1 journey, using medications like Mounjaro, and I've never relapsed. I have never fallen off the wagon. I have never put on any weight. I have never restarted a diet in those 2 years. I haven't been on a diet for 2 years. That in itself is monumental, because before this, I had relapsed about 300 times. This journey has transformed not just my body, but my life as well. And now we have 3 foster kiddos who fill our home with so much love and joy that my heart feels like someday it's going to burst. They remind me of the strength I never knew I had, and they inspire me to keep moving forward every day. And it's just, this story isn't just a weight loss story, it's a story about love, resilience, and finally finding the freedom I spent decades searching for.